blue text that's tiny. Ain't gonna be no Gogeta in here. It's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, you guys. So I will continue. Well, we got a Transformer. What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today with another episode for Dragon Ball Legends. Now, what we're talking about today may be semi-controversial, not really between me and you guys, but just between the company that runs the game, Dimps/Bandai Namco, and the player base. So we're going to get into everything Ultra Space Time 11. We're going to cover the new characters, and we're kind of going to summon, but not really, you guys. So what has basically been going on is overnight last night there was the PvP reset, which came with a couple of new titles, or at least one new title if you finish #1 in the entire world this season, as well as it came with the new Ultra Space Time 11 banner, which will be the GT characters that we were all expecting from the V-Jump magazine. It came with some interesting sales, which we're going to go over. Some of them are, well, one of them is quite decent, other ones not so much. And then it also came with more details on the banner we'll get to, but you can also now get your Fury Broly to 7 stars. That was the other main thing that came along with the game, as well as Shallot to 4 stars. The story has progressed to a point where if you finish out all of the new stuff they've added, you will get your Shallot to 4 stars. And Broly goes up to level 3400, and that is somewhat concerning, you guys. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it leads me to believe that we may be expecting level cap raises soon-ish to 2500. They're already throwing at us 3400 level opponents. And if you go into the rush mode in the 3rd battle there, you'll be seeing some extreme difficulty stuff going on there as well. So it's not out of the realm of possibility to assume that we may be looking at the level 2500 level cap increase sometime relatively soon, you guys. So keep that in mind. But if you have Gogeta, you shouldn't really have a problem getting your Fury Broly to 7 stars. If you don't have Gogeta, like me, you may struggle through it a little bit, and maybe I'll make some guide videos about that, you guys. So, Ultra Space Time 11, Fury Broly to 7 stars, new story for Shallot, and then an interesting sale for us to check out here. So let's actually hop into the news and just keep things flowing here. We do have, down here, this is where the Broly is, so right here, Shallot, that's everything important there. So let's cover the characters really quickly. You know we always like to do somewhat of a decent analysis on the characters. We have 4 new characters, 3 sparking, and 2 EX. And we're going to cover the controversy, like why on the thumbnail it says new banner, new problems. We're going to get into that after we cover the characters, you guys. So Kamehameha, 20% to blast damage inflicted. That's on his blue card there. His main ability, 20% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Increase the arts card draw speed by 1 level for 5 counts and by 1 level for 15 counts separately. So basically you'll have arts card draw speed 2 for 5 seconds and then 1 for just another 10 past that. Interesting. He's basically like a rushdown character, but he's focused around blast attacks. It's kind of similar to the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but a point version instead of an anchor last man standing version. So he'll be the character you want to use early on in battle. Green card will give 20% to blast damage inflicted 15 timer counts, and 10% to blast damage inflicted per blast arts card in your hand for 15 timer counts as well. So if you're stacked up with yellow cards, you'll get another 40% for an additional 15 seconds, so 60% total. Changes all your own strike arts cards to blast arts. So I don't think that it does the effect after it switches them to blast arts. You'll get that additional 10% per before it swaps them over. So keep that in mind. Z ability at a base level is 20% to any Saiyan's base strike defense. We'll have to see if that upgrades at 5 stars. We can check that in a little bit, you guys. Unique ability, Full Saiyan Power. The following effects occur from battle start for 60 timer counts. 40% to his own blast damage inflicted, minus 15 from his blast arts cost. Like Gohan has that as like a permanent effect, but Goku here will just be, again, the point character early in battle. He also has a, similar to Turles, damage debuff by 40% or 20%, sorry, from the start of battle, again, for 60 timer counts. I'm getting pumped, 15% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts every time a blast card is drawn while you're playing with Goku, while he's in the field. That's pretty interesting. It's kind of a new tweak to similar mechanics we've seen before. Instead of having to use the cards to get the buff like Fury Broly or Gogeta, something similar to that, you just draw them and you'll get randomly buffed every time one shows up. I wonder if you use the green card and 4 of them show up, if this works in tandem with that. So again, something I'm not quite sure of yet, but this is incredibly good for stacking your blast damage. Blast damage, again, not usually as reliable of a source of victory in battle as strike damage, but with characters like this, similar mechanics to Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, where their blast arts cards are lower cost, much more similar to the strike arts cards, then it's actually reasonably viable, you guys. So this Goku is actually not a terrible unit. He is Super Saiyan 1, so he can synergize on your Holy Trinity teams with Super Saiyan Bardock. As well, he is Son family, so he can squeeze on there. Theoretically, he'll be buffing the defense of all your other Saiyans, but not the hybrids, so just keep that in mind. Just a good unit in general, you guys. Moving on, Super Saiyan Vegeta next, also a ranged unit, so focused around blast attacks as well. This Vegeta is probably our best debuffing unit in the entire game, you guys. Gallic Gun gives 20% to the blast damage received. This is one of his only debuffs that can be swapped out of from one enemy to the next if they change characters. Most of the rest of them they can't swap out of. So you see his main ability here, restores his own ki by 60, great for blast type characters. Inflicts all enemies with a tribute downgrade, 40% to blast damage received, so all enemies, they can't swap out of that. Inflicts all enemies with a tribute downgrade, minus 80% to health restoration for 15 timer counts. So if you're with this yellow guy right here beating the crap out of, say, a green Piccolo, for example, or a blue Krillin, just off the chance that that's who you're squaring up against, you beat them down, you know they're going to heal, you can pop your main before they decide to heal, and it will severely reduce the amount of incoming healing they've got coming back to them. So that's super viable, you guys. Moving into, like, you know, looking at our meta that we're in right now, like what you see a lot of in the game as you're playing, especially at higher levels, there are a lot of powerful healing characters, healing-based teams that are in the game right now. So this is actually a reasonably good counter to a lot of the powerful mechanics we're already looking at in the game, you guys. Special skill, the green card, lower defense, inflicts all enemies with a tribute downgrade, plus 25% to blast damage received. This will stack with his main ability right there, giving you 65%. And then if you've hit that enemy with a Gallic Gun, you're then at 85% total blast damage received incoming. That's good. The green card would be somewhat stackable if you draw into more than one of them, so just keep that in mind. It only lasts for 15 timer counts though. Z ability, 20% to Saiyan blast attack during battle. Very similar to Majin Vegeta, who also only buffs Saiyan blast attack. So we've seen that already in the game. Maybe you could start to build a team around that. Just heavy blast characters. You got Red Majin Vegeta. Still kind of a dangerous character to use though because of his defensive debuffs for your team. Next up here, unique ability, Unfading Fighting Spirit. Inflicts enemy with a tribute downgrade plus 15% to damage received for 15 timer counts every time this character uses a Blast Arts card, which he'll be doing a lot of. While this character is on the battlefield, the following effects occur every time the enemy uses a Strike Arts card. The enemy uses a Strike Arts card. 15% to blast damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Inflicts enemy with a tribute downgrade, minus 70% to ki recovery for 2 timer counts. So when you're using the Vegeta against other enemies, it heavily discourages them from using red cards because of this passive. This is really technical, you guys, right here. And I kind of like this. This is really new ways to play via different mechanics. So it's always exciting when we see new stuff like this come in, especially for some of these GT characters who might have otherwise not been really that hype at all. I still don't really see a good way to team like Rildo in with the meta right now, but this Vegeta Super Saiyan, so he can as well combo in the Holy Trinity with like Super Saiyan Kaba and Super Saiyan Bardock, or you could do double Vegeta Kaba. You could build around GT with Saiyans. That would be the best bet with him. Again, Rildo doesn't really combo with anybody right now, but this Vegeta is quite nice. Again, best debuffer in the game, best anti-healing, best at just screwing people up with yellow cards and discouraging them from using their red cards. Again, I quite like that. Hyper Metal Rildo here is also a very highly unique and quite a good character. His main drawback, again, is he doesn't really have anywhere good to team right now other than red-focused teams, because that's what his Z ability is about, and he doesn't have that many character tags. He's only merged Warriors and GT. Those are the only 2 character tags that he has. So, he is a melee type, however. Hyper Drill Smash, his blue card, major pierce damage, inflicts enemy with a tribute downgrade at minus 50% to health restoration for 20 timer counts on hit. So similarly to Vegeta, this guy is going to discourage the enemy from healing. So if you hit the Piccolo with this, if you hit Zamasu with this, and they try to pop the heal, it's going to be a lot less effective, which is quite nice. And he's going to be great against Cell also, who's very popular, again, in the meta right now. You got main ability, Machine Planet Commander. Draw a Strike Arts card next. Restores own ki by 40, plus 40% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, plus 70% chance to inflict heavy bleed for 20 timer counts upon landing a Strike Arts hit. Requirement, 15 timer counts must elapse. Pretty interesting. You get the ki restore. I don't know how useful it is forcing the red card draw, but it'll work in tandem with that 70% chance to give heavy bleed. We'll have to see how many ticks of life that drains off. You know, if it's the Hyper Drill there, I guess it's not the Hyper Drill Smash, but if it's a Drill Smash, hopefully they bleed pretty heavily and they're losing a lot of health there, you guys. Again, I haven't made any summons yet. I haven't played with any of these characters, so we're just reading it here and kind of analyzing it as we go. So, special skill, his green card, 20% strike damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, and 20% to his special move damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Pretty good stacking damage buffs if you consider the green with the main. It's definitely not bad. And his passives, they'll come into play as well here. Z ability, element red based strike, attack, and defense. So he does have to kind of team on red focus builds right now, you guys. It's not super useful. He doesn't really have good placement, but you may consider using him just on random teams as kind of like a wild card character where he doesn't really fit in just because of his passives here and his anti-Zamasu, anti-Green Vegeta amazing ability right here. His unique ability is really cool. So, Weapon of Extermination, 50% to strike damage inflicted for 20 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield. So if you enter in, stack a green on there, and pop his main, you're going to be looking at 30, 60, 110% to his strike damage that he's going to be buffed there. So, really good. Applies a tribute upgrade, minus 100% to enemies' cover sustained damage cut to self, cannot be cancelled. Nullify enemies' restores own health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks, period. When he attacks with anything, a Rising Rush, a blue card, a red card, a yellow card, tap attacks, anything. You can cut right through Zamasu's Immortality passive, Green Vegeta, Hercule, the Piccolo, if he cover changes in to try and reduce the damage. This guy will slice right through all of that, you guys. It's going to really decimate the tanky and healy type characters, which are really popular in the game right now. So I think that's pretty significant. This guy, I think they didn't give him really good tags, because if they did, I think he would almost be too good right now. The only thing that he would have to really look out for is Gogeta, other really good blue units and stuff like that. Outside of that, Rildo would be, just really just murking people left and right. So I think they did. Again, they offset how good his abilities are just being an anti-defensive unit with the fact that he doesn't really have a good team right now. But I do believe that'll change in the future as we start to get more GT villains, you guys, and merging warriors, whoever else they could be. Different from fused warriors, merged, maybe it's like for villains or something, I don't know. We also have an Extreme Trunks here, also blast focused, so Rildo is the only new character who's not blast oriented. The Trunks here though is also more of a support character, so he'll be buffing blast damage for the team. So he is classified as support, but blast support really, kind of, you know, we'll go through it here. Major explode damage on the Buster Cannon. Inflicts enemy with a tribute downgrade plus 20% to blast damage received. So already we're starting to see what I just mentioned. Space Mechanic on main ability. 30% to blast damage inflicted by allies for 20 timer counts. Restores tag GT and Hybrid Saiyan health by 15%. And shortens their substitution count by 5. Kind of a weak heal as a support character. Hopefully we'll be looking at a little bit more. But, I don't know, it's Trunks. He's kind of an amateur at this point in the storyline in GT and the Black Star Saga, so being an EX unit, I guess it's really not actually that bad. Special skill, unlock key form of attack, so his green card will give you 15% to damage inflicted by allies for 10 timer counts. That's the support there. Timer pretty short though. 10 timer counts, you're basically using the green, then immediately swapping out of him to a higher damage unit. 15% to damage inflicted by allied tag GT and Hybrid Saiyans for 20 timer counts. So if they're a GT, if they're a hybrid, there's a little bit more generous time limit on those damage buffs there. And I think you'll be able to stack both of them for the initial 10 seconds, so that's good as well. Z ability, 19% to element green base blast attack. He's just a green buffer, nothing out of the ordinary there. Unique ability, call to friends. Plus 20% to blast damage inflicted by allies for 20 timer counts. When this character enters the battlefield, the following effects occur when he dies. He gets 25% to blast damage inflicted by all allies. That'll help out the Vegeta and the Kid Goku. 15% to damage inflicted by allied tag GT or tag Hybrid Saiyan. That'll stack with the, of course, the Kid Goku and the Vegeta as well. Assist, restore key, restores his own key by 30 when the character is switched to standby. So a little bit of extra free key. Nothing wrong with that, you guys. So those are the new units. Now, we're going to check out the sales real quick, and then we'll be talking about all the controversy at the same time. So, the first and most important thing to note is that these sales right here, these are the BS sales. They're like the fake sales is what I call them, because they didn't lower the price of the currency at all. You pay the same amount, they just give you more of it. So those are not free to play or budget player friendly really at all, you guys. Not really worth it in my opinion, and I'm not going to be buying those at all. Again, if you are, you know, a larger fish like on towards the whale territory, then I guess they're still not bad. But $40.99 on this video game, mobile, at a chance when you can get absolutely nothing when Dragon Ball Heroes and Mortal Kombat 11 are coming out, I'm too much on a budget. So that's part of the contention right there, but that's not the big thing. This pack right here, however, I am going to pick up. This is very Minnow and Dolphin friendly. For only $8 where I live, you get 20 bells, 1 guaranteed sparking ticket, which has a caveat that we're going to get to, 100 skips, and then just an assortment of 3, 5, and 10 energy tickets. So I am going to, again, pick that up, but the thing we want to talk about here is if you go over and check out the actual summon banner for the Ultra Space Time 11. So this is where things get a little fishy. And of course they're doing the 999 gimmick as well. That seems to be an established normal thing now, to just kind of encourage people to summon early and not sit and wait and maybe be patient till the end of the banner type behavior. So we see that now fairly regularly. But we go to featured characters. All the card arts are beautiful, by the way. But it doesn't actually get into the real problem here. So featured characters, for all of Dragon Ball Legends history, so almost a year now, the Ultra Space Time banners specifically have been 5 sparking units. 2 to 3 new ones, usually 3, sometimes 2, not very often though, but usually 3 new units and then 2 recycled old ones. And that's pretty favorable, you guys. That means you generally have a 3 out of 5 chance to get a new unit when you pull a sparking on an Ultra Space Time banner, be it a single, a multi, whatever. If a sparking shows up on the screen, 3 out of 5 chance it's going to be something new, you know, and then that diminishes as you start to pull the units. However, if we look at this new banner right here, we will see that we're still at a 1% sparking rate there, but there are so many other units in the banner now. Basically every other Ultra Space Time unit that's been released in the game to this date is now being featured on this banner, which could be a good thing if you were to pull someone like, I don't know, Mai, who I don't have, or Ultimate Gohan, or more copies of Super Saiyan Bardock. The odds of that, of course, are extremely low. They're even lower than the odds of you pulling an off unit on the Gogeta banner. But it just means that there is no more that 3 out of 5 chance of getting something new when you see the sparking drop. There's no 2 old units, there's no 3 new ones. There's every Ultra Space Time unit in the game, which if you crank out the math, I believe lowers your odds of getting a new unit from like 20%-ish down to like 16.67% or something like that. So you have even less of a chance of getting new units. There's no boosted rates. They've actually diminished the rates and diluted the pool of sparkings. Again, something that may be better for newer players that don't have a wide library of characters in their box, or it may also be better if you happen to off chance pull one of the sparkings that you really needed. But for veteran players, for more premium players, for people that have been playing the game for a while, have lots of units, this is definitely a more negative development. So I do believe that moving into the future, they're going to continue to develop on this. And later on, not yet you guys, but when the pool gets even bigger, it's not out of the question to see something like guaranteed EX units on every banner, and then eventually guaranteed sparking pulls on every banner. I don't think the roster's quite there yet, you guys, so I don't think they're even considering it anytime soon. They're kind of satisfied just throwing tickets at us and guaranteed sparking tickets for logging in. It's just, again, for free-to-play players, it's going to be a lot worse now because you're just going to have less of a chance of getting those new and potentially more relevant units because they flooded the pool of sparking. So that is something, again, that's quite concerning and somewhat problematic. And that's about all we have to talk about, you guys, today. I'm going to buy that $8 bag, make the guaranteed summon, spend my PvP crystals probably on Gogeta because I don't have them yet. So let me do that real quick and I'll be right back with you. Alright, you guys, so we're at the summoning portion of the video. That $8 bag, only available for 24 hours. So now at this point, when I'm getting the video out, it might be between 15 to 10 hours left, you guys. So if you're going to act on that as a minnow or a dolphin, which I can definitely recommend, just for the energy tickets, the skip tickets, that stuff alone, and a chance at maybe getting something new, I would definitely recommend the $8. So please, no Krillin, no Pycon. Hopefully, oh, I didn't hit the button, and it says downloading. That still might not be something brand new, you guys, because I don't have Mai, I don't have a couple of I don't have Ultimate Gohan, so we don't know what we're getting here. But Bard, oh, it is something new. Okay, I will take that, you guys. So the $8 ticket kind of pays off. Now that sale, something else that may be controversial, is that little 24-hour bag sale has replaced you just being able to straight up purchase one of the new characters from the banner. I'm happy with that, you guys. Goku was looking phenomenal out of all the units. He fits on San family. I will take that, and instead of some crappy old sparking. So we did come out with some treasure here, you guys. That's pretty cool. Hopefully I get each one of the other units on dailies and on the other tickets that we'll be getting just for logging in. So let's check out his card art here real quick, actually, since we got him here. That's awesome, you guys. Super good luck. I hope you guys had good luck as well if you made any summons on this banner. Or, oh, what if you tilt the card? Wait, why do I have to tilt it sideways to see that guy in the background? Or is it... Oh, it's just tilting it like this. Okay. So, yeah. Alright, that's pretty cool. I forgot that guy's name in the background. It's like... It's not Guldo, obviously. I don't know why I almost just said that. But it's something similar-ish to that. But anyway, It's been a long time since I've watched the Black Star Saga of GT. That's really awesome, you guys. So we got the Kid Goku, but again, no way to just straight up purchase one of the new units. You have to take a risk at it, but they've reduced that price from like $24, $20 down to $8 for the ticket, but you don't get the like 1100 Chrono Crystals either. So that's somewhat concerning and potentially controversial as well. Maybe not a problem, maybe not for me, but if you were to do that, pay that $8, and you got like an OG like sparking Vegeta, or you know, something just really, really crappy, a Heart Virus Goku. I don't know if he's an Ultra Space Time unit anymore now or not, but yeah, if you were to get something really poopy off that ticket, then it would suck, comparatively speaking, to just be able to buy one of the brand new units. So we can as well do a daily on the banner here, see if that pans out. Probably not, but I haven't been very lucky recently, you guys. Yeah, no downloading or anything there, so we'll just skip that. Didn't get Cell, didn't get Gogeta yet, but came out with the new Kid Goku, so I'm not going to complain, you guys. Not going to complain. Let's do a daily on Gogeta here, and probably a daily on the Ultra Space Time 10. Again, still don't have Ultimate Gohan. So, another thing that's somewhat controversial while we're going through this as well is if all of the sparkings from Ultra Space Time are going to now be featured on the Ultra Space Time banners as they come out, that really hurts the value of the Masters Pack banners. Like, what is the point of them besides just those unique EX units now that are on those banners? Like, I mean, you get free tickets, so you get free summons on them, but it's not, I don't know, those banners just became a lot more redundant and a lot less valuable, I feel like. So that's also something to pay attention to there. Alright, we'll make summon here, then we will burn some of the tickets we got from PvP, and we'll finish with a multi for Gogeta, just to see what happens. Probably nothing, you guys. I've invested quite a few Chrono Crystals in that banner, and gotten, I mean, a couple Sparkings. I got Future Gohan out of it, and yeah, that's about it though, you guys, unfortunately. Alright, so we're not going to summon on those trap banners. They did release a couple of trappy banners. If you're a brand new player, if you're a Super Whale, then you may consider checking those out. But the Legend Saiyans, Legend Super Saiyans, we've seen those banners been recycled before. Nothing really great or out of the ordinary. We have Super Saiyan on the tickets here, but nothing was in the background. We're getting beat up. I don't know. If I could take a dive on all these ticket summons to get Gogeta, I would definitely do that, you guys. He's so helpful on the Broly, the Fury Broly, the new Rising Battle stages. Alright, let's click through this quickly here. The Hero Parade. We know there's at least an EX unit in here for him going Super Saiyan. It'd be nice if it was something new. Nice! It is something new. I did not have that Gohan either, so I will certainly take that. And he's 7 stars for me already, so nothing great or out of the ordinary there. I hope you guys have had, again, phenomenal luck on any summons you've decided to make, be it paid ones or the PvP medals, rewards. We'll save the rest of those till they build back up into a multi. And we will do a single, or the consecutive on Masters Pack 1. They keep giving out Masters Pack 1 tickets. But all of these units, except for like Dodoria and Zarbon and Bardock, are featured on the USTS 11. I don't get it. We're just going to skip this, you guys. Oh, Sparking. Kid Gohan. Great. I hope that doesn't maybe not... Oh, and what? No. Come on. Why? Why? Oh, no, you guys. Old units. I decided to come through. And I skipped the animation where nothing was happening. Oh, man. EX units as well here. Oh, that's a little painful, you guys, if the luck came through there instead of coming through... Always 6-star 2 units. But yeah, if the luck came through there instead of coming through on Gogeta, that could hurt, you guys. Save the rest of those tickets as well. Alright, one multi on Gogeta. Skip through all the trappiness. I wish I had more of those tickets. Alright, you guys, again, hopefully your luck has been blessed with awesome treasure shinies and another nothing. Oh man, dang it, Android 18 and Gohan. Alright, we got Super Saiyan. This is the one I wish Bardock had shown up on. Blue text that's tiny. Ain't gonna be no Gogeta in here. It's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, you guys. So I will continue. Well, we got a transformer. Oh no, dude. Oh no, it's not fake. It's not fake. It's real. Dude, that really just makes my day, you guys. The transformer, I was really convinced that we were going to get the shaft there. That makes me happy. For all the amount of stress and bullcrap that I put in to his other banner with its terrible rates, we finally came out with some treasure, you guys. We got the new Kid Goku. We got Gogeta. Finally, I'm so happy I invested those stones onto this banner. I think that was like my 17,000th Chrono Crystal invested into this banner, you guys. Oh, it's better to have him at 2 stars than to not have him at all. I don't care. He'll be back at some point for anniversary at some point in time. I haven't even looked at his card stuff yet, you guys, because, well, I mean, I looked at it on DBZ Space, but that's so awesome. So awesome. Alright, I'm super thrilled and happy now, you guys. The video's too long at this point. I hope that you guys have had phenomenal luck on all of your summons. I bless them, your tickets, your crystals, everything. I hope I was able to keep you well informed on what's going on with the game now and what people's opinions are on social media and kind of a broad spectrum. If you guys liked the video, the analysis, the commentary, consider giving it a thumbs up, help spreading it out on YouTube. If you guys are new around here, I would love to see you again on future videos. There'll be plenty of them, even more so when Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission comes out. We can check that out also. So please consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell again, and I'll see you on the next video, you guys. I'm gonna go train some new units. Oh, I'm super happy, you guys. I hope you have all the rest of the luck. I'm taking all my luck now and I'm pushing it on to you guys, the audience. You guys deserve it. I love you guys. Peace out, y'all.